Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. I'm your host, Dave Mead, Fall River Media. As you guys know, I started this back in 2015 at BCC. It was the Linda and David Mead show, and now my wife doesn't want to do it no more. So now it's uh, so anyways, hello again. I am this is Dave Mead. I'm your host tonight. I'm your host now. For Media News. And and I just wanted to. I brought up some stuff, and how to, uh, you know, um, how we can do affordable housing. So, one, okay, so I researched this. So, creating affordable housing is involved in several strategies and partnerships in reducing costs and making housing more accessible to lower and middle income families. And here are the key tips in involvement. One, government support, incentive, and subsidize and grants. And government can provide direct subsidize to develop and to reduce contract construction costs to or offer housing vouchers to tenants. Tax credit programs like low income housing tax credits and the LIHCTTC in the U.S. provides tax incentive to the developers who build affordable housing. Zoning reform, relax, relax, relaxing zoning regulations and allowing the high density or mixed use of development and to help reduce the cost and increasing the supplies of affordable housing. Public private partnerships, collaborating with private developers and nonprofit organizations can combine resources and expertise. The government can provide land and financial support while private handles construction and management. Three, use of inventive mentality of construction methods, modiculars of purifications and construction. These technologies can significantly reduce building costs and time. Energy efficient designs and incorporated sustainable natural and energy efficient system to help lower long-term costs for residents by reducing utility bills for community land trust. CLTS is a nonprofit organization that inquires and holds a land to ensure it is used to affordable housing and a trust to retain ownership of the land while individuals own the home on the land, making these properties more affordable. 5, reducing the land costs. It's on some cities, the cost of land is a major barrier, and government can donate or lease the land for affordable housing projected or create land banks to hold land for future developers. 6, mixed income development, building mixed income developments where market rate units will help subsidize affordable units can make housing development more financial visible. 7, nonprofit housing developments. Nonprofit organizations often play a role in creating affordable housing because their goals are aligned with community needs, and they can access fundings and grants unavailable to for-profit developers. These are approach to combine advocates and collaboration between government and private developers and community, creating the pathway to increasing affordable housing. So that way, all see what I see, all that right there. Okay, you can. Okay, you can. Uh, uh, get you can get affordable housing, for low income families. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can. It's this is something that you can do. And but I'm gonna actually look up another one, and uh, affordable housing to reduce the homeless. All right. So I got another one here. That I want to share. Reducing the homeless thought that affordable housing is requires a multiple phase approach that combines policy and investment and community involvement. Here are some of strategies that can help. One, increasing the funding for affordable housing. Governments can Government can allocate more funding for affordable housing. Developers, private, subsidized, or insensitive to developers to build homes that are affordable to low income families. Two, exclusionary zoning, mandating that mandating that a certain percentage of a new development be set aside for affordable housing to ensure that the communities have mixed income housing and prevent displacement. Repurposing vacating properties, cities can convert vacating or underutilized buildings such as warehouses or older older government buildings into affordable housing units, which reduces the cost compared to new constructions. 4, supportive housing, combining affordable housing with social service and mental health care, subsidized abuse treatment helps people who are critically, critically homeless by providing stable housing alongside of necessary support. 5. Rent control and tenants protection and placement. Rent control policies can prevent displacements and keeping housing affordable strong. Tenants protection laws can also reduce vaca- uh, vacation, vacation, a major cause of homeless. 6. Community land trust. This model allows communities to collectively own land and maintain long-term affordability by separating land ownership from housing ownership. This keeps housing costs stable for lower income residents. 7. Tiny home communities, buildings similar, more affordable housing units like tiny homes or modelers homes can create low cost effort efficient solutions for people in need of housing quality. Invest in public private partnership, calibrating with a private developer and business can accelerate the construction affordable housing, especially when combined with a government incentive like tax credit. Would you like to explore in these strategies and more details is into visions for affordable housing? But let me tell you something. I have a vision about affordable housing. So those are the two strategies right there. I read one. Okay. So those are the two strategies right there. Um, and those are the two strategies. But I do have more strategies that I want to let out. Um, how can we um, how can we lower the cost of how can we lower the cost for low income like the elderly and stuff? So I'm gonna actually look that up uh, for the elderly. So there is a netter approach that I want to do. Lowering the cost of low income housing for the elderly can be achieved. Thought that combination of strategies of focusing on reducing development costs, providing government incentive, and utilizing defensive housing solutions. Here are some of approaches. I got several approaches here. One, government subsidized and tax incentive by government can offer subsidized to developers and building who focuses on affordable housing for seniors. Tax credit like low income housing tax credit. LIHCT program can incentive sensitive developers to build more low income housing. To public private partners by the PPP, calibration between the government and the private companies can reduce the cost of government, can provide land and or financial support while private companies manage construction and operations often resulting in reducing prices for the end and users. 3. Repurposing, extending buildings, converting unused or underrush properties, vacate school, hospitals, or warehouses into senior housing can cut construction costs and significantly compare to the buildings and new structure from scratch. 4. Modelers of perfecate housing, perfecting homes can be constructed faster and at the lower cost than transitional housing, making it a affordable option for elderly housing. Zoning, land use of perform adjustment zonings and law to lower for higher destiny developers or mixed use of zoning in areas near the public transit and service can make land more affordable and housing more accessible to the seniors. 6. Energy efficient construct contraction. Buildings, homes that energy efficient, reduce utility costs for the elderly, provide long-term affordability, green building tech techware such as solar panels or positive heating can allow lower uh, operating costs for seniors for overtime. 7. Co housing shares living arrangements. Elderly co housing models where seniors share common areas but have private living space can reduce construction and operational costs while providing social benefits like reducing insulation. 8. Nonprofit housing developers, nonprofit organizations focuses on affordable housing for seniors can provide housing at lower cost by using grants, donations, and lower interest financing to build and maintain properties. Would you like these solutions to particular interests by you for your affordable housing ideas? So, well, see this now. These are my ideas, but I have more ideas. Okay, about affordable housing. Okay, so these are what I'm putting out there right now. Okay, so I have particular more ideas what I want to do. Okay, and how I want this is how I want to handle things. Okay, these are similar ideas that I'm just actually putting out there. So I mean, but I do have more ideas that I want to give you guys. So I'm not going to do that tonight. Those are the ones that when people like you listen to my show. You're going to listen to some of my ideas that I want to actually put out there. You know what I'm saying? So and so I gave you guys 1, 2, 3. I gave you guys I think 4 ideas what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So and out of those 4 ideas, um, I may use them and I may not use them. I may use because I have more ideas that I want to actually do. So, but please listen to them. Listen to those ideas, and I mean, let me know what you think about those ideas because I mean those ideas are great. I mean, but we'll see. Because I have more ideas. Uh, and I do have a vision on what I want to do. What to to get the affordable housing and to reduce I to get the affordable housing and to make low income property low income for the people. You know what I'm saying? So that way we can get most of the homeless off the most of the homeless off the street. You know what I'm saying? So that way we don't have too many around. But by giving them tickets, and that's not the answer. You know what I'm saying? So by giving them the tickets, it's not the answer. You know what I'm saying? So if we can, if we can, re, you know, you know, uh, get property, okay, and and make affordable housing, we can get most of the homeless off the streets. But by them giving them tickets, that's not the answer. Okay, that's not the answer to everybody's problems. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've been, doing my research, and I've been actually checking and to see. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a good strategy. Those are good strategies. I like them strategies because that will lower the cost of the rent. You know what I'm saying? Because that would lower the cost of the rent. Because what Mayor Paul Coogan right now is doing, he's doing market rate housing, and that's bringing the cost of the rent up higher. Okay, and the cost of a living adjustments too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's doing. You know what I'm saying? So if we can bring that down, if we can bring uh, that down, we can actually that would follow the rent. Okay, the rent will go lower. You know what I'm saying? If we can get affordable housing going, the rents would actually go lower. You know what I'm saying? So I have a vision for that. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Is the affordable housing. You know, because right now our rents are too high. You know what I'm saying? We want to actually lower the rents. You know what I'm saying? To a minimum. You know what I'm saying? To maybe uh, 550, maybe. I mean, if we can get the rents down to 550, that'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? Because to 550 to $450 a month. I mean, that'd be actually great. Um, and same thing with uh, you know um, the homeowners. You know what I'm saying? If we can get their insurance down a little bit lower too, that'll be great too. You know what I'm saying? So that way they're not paying too much. You know what I'm saying? So those are my main focus on uh, on what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm still doing my research, and I'm going to be coming up with a lot of things. Okay, I'll talk about a lot of things during my broadcast too as well, and so I'll tell you about my main focus on what I basically want to do. You know what I'm saying? And how I want to do things. You know what I'm saying? You know so if you go uh, if you listen to my broadcast, right, my broadcast later, I will be my broadcast later, my replay. Just listen to my replay and listen to what my main focuses are, and what and my strategy is, so that way I can. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but uh, I want to actually talk about other things too, because there's other things that I want to talk about right now. Uh, you know, um, I want to talk about a 59-year-old priest who served in Fall River and Taunton, Cape Cod, is seeking addition diocese list in credibility. Hmm, great. So that's another thing. Um, but I mean, I also want to talk about um, the I also want to talk about the gun buyback program. Okay, because you know I have mixed feelings with that. Okay, with the gun buyback program. Okay, I do, and the reason why, the reason why I have mixed feelings about that, because I mean, when you have a gun buyback program, okay, and and you're passing out, and yeah, and you're passing out gift cards, $200 gift cards, okay. Now, now, what do you do when you have a gun that was involved with a murder or involved with a shooting, and somebody sees this, okay, and they decide to uh, turn it in to get a $200 a gift card. You know what I'm saying? And the gun's on the list, okay. And I mean, what do you do? I mean, do you uh, uh, do you what do you do? I don't know. I mean, because it's supposed to be how they say it, no questions asked. When you a gun buyback program, it's like no questions asked. Just turn the gun in and get the $200 gift card. You know what I'm saying? And what happens if there was a stolen gun, or if there was a gun that was involved with a homicide or something, and the guy goes and turns it in, and the thing's on the hot sheet. You know what I'm saying? So what do you actually do with that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a good question. You know, when you buy guns, when you're exchanging guns for a $200 gift cards, and people do turn their guns in. People do, for so that way they can have gift cards for their uh, for food. You know what I'm saying? People do that. But my question is, if you're getting about 50,000 guns off the street, okay, yeah, but you're getting 15,000 guns off the street. How many guns that are still on the street? You know what I'm saying? How many that are still on the street? Okay. If you're getting 15,000 guns off the street, so they might be double that. They might be 16,000 guns still left on the street, right? So if the FBI or the CIA, right, has goes and does a bust or something, and confiscates all kinds of drugs, guns, and everything, right? And and how many of them are going back on the street? Okay, how many of them? And you know something, that the thing is with that, okay, nobody looks into the FBI or the FBI or the CIA. Okay, when they make these busts, okay, how can I mean, is these guns are being thrown in the furnace, or they're being let back out in the street? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a hard question to ask. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, sometimes you can't trust the FBI. Okay, you can't. Okay, you can't trust the federal government. You know what I'm saying? Well, the FBI anyway, or the CIA. So how many guns are going back out in the street when they're being confiscated? Okay, you collect about 15,000 guns off the streets. So how many are still out there? Is there more than uh, uh, is it worth it to do a gun buyback? No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it? Uh, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I mean, it's not. You know what I'm saying? because all you're doing is paying. You're giving gift cards out, okay, $200 gift cards, and all you're doing, okay, is buying those guns back, okay, giving gift cards out, okay. You know, now again, my question is the other question was how about if you get a gun that was involved in with a homicide and it gets brought in there? How what are you supposed to do? Because when you do a gun buyback, it's no questions asked. Okay, you're not supposed to ask any questions. You're supposed to take the gun and you're supposed to take the bullets out of it, separate them, and boom, give the guys a $200 gift card and let him be on his way. So, what would happen? You know what I'm saying, if that ever happens, I mean, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying, I have to do my research on that. You know what I'm saying, because because yeah, I mean, you're taking guns off the street. Yeah, I mean that's all well and good, but I mean, if a gun, if a weapon that you're looking for, that the cops are looking for, comes across the table in a way gun buyback, there's no questions asked. You can't. You know what I mean? You have to. You can't. You gotta actually. You know. You gotta actually bite your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And what do? You know what I'm saying? You know. You know what? I'm gonna actually look that up right now. And see. Um, so you do back. All right. I got a lot of possibilities here. Well, I got a lot of possibilities here. One of them, it says, "Do not touch the gun to avoid con- contaminating any potential evidence like fingerprinting or DNA." Two, contact local law enforcement immediately. Inform them about the situation. If you have already touched it, to inform the police to say to police so they can probably process the scene. Four, stay at a safe distance and follow instructions provided by the authorities. Law enforcement will treat the weapon as evidence, but investigation is possible connections of criminal activity. Wow, that's yeah. Um, Let me see here. I'm going to do something here. What do you? I got some possibilities up here. A gun buyback program is a voluntary incentive where individuals can surrender firearms to the authorities, particularly law enforcement, in exchange for compensation. Of their purpose is to reduce the numbers of firearms in circulation, potentially lowering the risk of gun violence. Here, what particularly happened in a gun back program. One, drop off locations. Participant. There's usually instructions to bring in their firearms to a designated location, such as police stations, communities, centers, or other public places. No questions asked. Must program operate on a no questions asked basis, meaning participating for are not required to provide identifications for explaining how they inquiry of the firearm. Three, compensation is the participant particularly receives some forms of compensation such as cash, gift card, or voucher in exchange for the firearm. The amount may vary depending on the type of weapon, handgun, rifle, or assault weapons. For firearms collections and disposal, law enforcement safely collects the surrounding firearms and they are usually destroyed, although in some cases, certain weapons may be kept for historical purposes or transformed to museums. Five, community awareness. Their programs are often accompanied by public awareness and companies companies highlighting the goals of reducing gun violence or promoting gun safety. Yeah, well, I mean that'd be the that'd be the yeah. But my question is, it's still a question. So what do we do if a gun on a gun buyback program, no questions asked, a stolen gun or a gun that was involved in a murder ends up in a gun buyback program. What do you do? So it's like, okay, it's a no questions asked thing. So now you can't say anything. Okay, so now the gun's on the hot list. Okay, on the list. Okay, well, there's a gun that the police were looking for. You know what I'm saying? Wow, it's got, it's it's the same exact thing. So you're looking at this gun and you're looking at the person in front of you that's bringing this gun in here. You know what I'm saying? So what do you do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do? Nothing, because it's a no question asked policy. That's what you don't do. You don't say nothing. Okay, you can't. Okay, you know, and that's one of the that's one of the hottest things in the world. Okay, with a gun backbite program. Okay, if you see a stolen gun coming there or a gun that the police was looking for, you can't say nothing because it's a gun buyback program and it's no questions asked. So in other words, you got to bite your tongue, take the gun, pull the bullet out, separate the bullet, give him his gift card, $200 gift card or whatever, and let him be on his way. I mean, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but some police officers will say, "Chase, why am I wearing a uniform if there is a gun out there that was involved with a murder and I can't, I can't identify it." You know what I'm saying? Well, I tell you, you can't. You got to bite your tongue. You can't say nothing. You know, even a police officer, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's hard for them. It's actually totally hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I mean I don't know why they do this. You know what I'm saying? they should, when they confiscate guns, okay, they should take them, hey, look, there's a certain standard that we're going to have, even though we have a no questions asked policy. But if you see a stolen gun coming in here, we want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's hard for some officers. You know what I'm saying? They're like, God, you know what? I put on a uniform, and then here I am over here, in a gun by pro a gun and a gun and the buyback program, no questions asked, and I see a murder. I see a gun that the police are looking for, and it's sitting here right in front of my face. And then I have the suspect right here in front of me, and I can't say a word. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's kind of it's difficult for police officers. It is. I mean, to say something, you know. But I mean, it's they shouldn't even be they shouldn't even be a buyback program. They shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because that puts police officers in a difficult situation when they see a gun that they've been looking for, and it's sitting there right in front of their face. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them. So we have to come up with another another method. You know what I'm saying? Another one. Hey, we're gonna come up with a gun buyback program. But if you see a gun that was involved with hey, look, we're looking for a gun that was involved with a murder. You know what I'm saying? But if you see it, we want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? You put police officers in awkward situations. You know what I'm saying? When they can't say or do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why some police officers are afraid to be cops, because they get put into situations that, if they're in a gun buyback program, they can't. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, okay, I got to zipper it up. So, and they're like, why am I wearing this uniform for? You know what I'm saying? I graduate from the academy. I come and try to uphold the law, not break the law. You know what I'm saying? And, but with a gun buyback program, there's no way. There's no way at all. And that's why, I mean, they can only get 15,000 guns off the street, but is there more on the street? So they're getting 15,000 guns off the street, but is there double that? You know what I'm saying? The street. So basically, you can't give everybody gift cards. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's totally actually wrong to do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can't. You can't give everybody gift cards. I mean, the whole entire city would go broke. You know what I'm saying? Even a governor wants to do a gun buyback program. She's nuts too. You know what I'm saying? Upstairs. Governor Moore Healy. That's who I'm talking about. You know? Yeah. Pretty much. you know, um, that's how a gun buyback program works. No questions asked. And that's hard for police officers to understand that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what? Hey, you know what? The hell with this. And you know what? Hey, if there's a gun on a hot sheet, okay, that was used in a murder, and if I see that gun coming up a gun buyback program, I'm gonna identify it. And you know something? And if I see the guy sitting in front of me, you know what I'm saying, that brought it in, he's getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? And that's the end of that one. you know, uh, you know, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Put police officers in a hot seat for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're getting suspended now because it's supposed to be a gun buyback program. You know what I'm saying? but and in New Bedford, police are working to raise awareness on during domestic violence. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, how they're doing that in New Bedford. Well, I mean, we do it here. You know what I'm saying? We raise awareness over here for domestic violence because first off, we don't like guys, I mean, domestic violence, I'm saying, is a, hey, guy comes home, guy comes home drunk, okay, says to his wife, "How come dinner ain't made?" Well, and all of a sudden, boom, here he goes. He's fighting with his wife. He's hitting her, he's beating her up, and everything else and stuff. Now the cops come, and arrest him. I mean, that's why we have to make awareness. You know what I'm saying? But we also have, domestic violence classes that people can go to. You know, um, we also have domestic violence classes that people can go to. You know what I'm saying? You know, to get help. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I haven't. You know, I hope. So, but I mean, that's what that is. And I did have something today that I really wanted to talk about, but I kind of like lost it a little bit. Hearing to schedule for an 18-year-old Haiti national accused of an indecent assault and battery on the Bristol County. So let's see what this is about. Boston, 18-year-old Haiti national remains in custody after enforcement and removal operations in Boston appreciated him after being charged with sexual assaulting a minor in Massachusetts. Kim Mack desires by allegedly a victimized of a minor member of our Massachusetts communities and heroes of Boston Fields Officers Director Todd M. Lyons. We cannot tolerate such potential desire, uh, de, desire threats to the welfare of children in our community. The hero Boston will continue to provide public safety by arresting and removing risk non-citizens offenders for your New England neighborhood. Desires lawfully entered the United States by June 4th by 2023. Laws of the violence of the terms of his lawful entry by the Mansfield, Massachusetts police arrested Desire on August 28 and charged him with indecent assault and battery on a child under 14. Yarrow Boston log on immigration detainee against Desire with the Mansfield Police Department after arrest. The Attleboro, Massachusetts District Court arraigned Desire on August 29th, but the offenses of indecent assault and battery on a child under 14. Officers Hero Boston arrested a Desire age August 30 at the Attleboro District Court, serving him with a notice to appear before the Department of Justice immigration judge. According to the WHDH Mansfield Police Station, state that a mother and her 10-year-old son reported that the child was unrepeatedly touched at a neighbor's home. Investigations when the home was found Desire when questioned thought that the Haiti Creole translator denied interaction with the child, saying, "I don't speak English. How would I talk to him? On September 30th, critical potential hearing was scheduled for November, but private counsel was added for desire. Wow, speak no English. My God, speak no English. So this is what these people go by. Okay, this is their profile when they come over here. I speak no English. Okay, they come over here, they commit a crime, and they say I speak no English. Okay, all right, and this is how these people get away with all these crimes. This is how I speak no English. That's why we want to instead of the catch and release, we want to deport. That's what we want. So I speak no in English, but you can go ahead and assault a little child, all right? So you speak no English, but you can go ahead and do that, okay? Are you kidding me? Okay? Speak no English in America when you come here, but there's no consequences for you. No consequences. They give no consequences. Because, know why? Because we cannot identify these people. Okay? We cannot identify these people. Speak no English. Wonderful. That is absolutely beautiful. Speak no English in America. Come over here, commit crimes, but speak no English. Are you serious? Wow. So you come on. That's why we want to catch and deport. That's why. Okay. This is a big, huge problem here in America today. Okay. Big, huge problem. Okay. It is a problem. Okay. You know something? It is. It's a big, huge problem in America today. Okay. You know, we get these people, we catch them, we release them back into their own country. And you know something? They get a court date, but they do not return. So that's why we need to catch them and deport them so that way they never come back over here again. These people are horrible, okay? And when they come over here, all right, all right. I'm gonna tell you, I have ancestors, okay, that come over here, okay. They come over here with a green card and they got their papers. They become American citizen over here, okay. That's what they did, okay. You know, and my grandmother, potential grandmother, my grandfather that I never known, okay, they came over here, okay, with a green card. And you know something? And they became American citizens, okay? None of my family ever jumped the border. None of them, okay? They never jumped the border, not once, okay? None of them. We need to, these people are horrible. That's why we got to get these people deported back where they came from. Okay. So we're going to catch and deport them because, you know something, because they don't belong here unless there was something going on in their country. Okay. If there was something going on in their country, then they can file for asylum. Okay. Okay. They can file for asylum. Okay. They can go to their embassy and file and say, "Hey, look, there's something going on in my country. I don't want to stay here." You know what I'm saying? And and they will do something. Okay, it goes by the Secretary of State, then it goes to the president. Okay, and and a lot of times the president will grant asylum. Okay, and give them a green card. A lot of times. Okay, so I mean, there's no, there's I mean, they a lot of times that they will. You know what I'm saying? If it's that bad in your country, okay. But no, they come over here, they commit crimes, okay. And this is why we want to get these people back to where they come from, okay. We don't. Something. I don't want them here. I don't. Okay, and you know what? And people get mad at me when I say that, and I don't. And you know something? I don't care how many people get mad at me because I say it. Because you know something? No, I don't want them here. Okay, because they cause trouble. Okay, they come over here. Whoa, it's free over here. Nothing's free in over here. Nothing at all. I don't get things for free. I have to buy them. Okay, in a store. Okay, when I go to a grocery store, I have to dish out money. Okay, I have to dish out money. I don't get my groceries for free over here. And I've been born and raised here. Figure that out. Hmm. So figure that out. I've been born and raised here, and I don't get nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? Did I buy these headphones for free? Did I get this computer for free, my microphone and everything for free? No. Do I live for free for rent? No, I don't. So nothing's for free in here in America. So these people can go back to where they came from, and if they want to come back here, they should have to file for asylum or something or get a green card if they want to be American citizens here. But no, but a lot of these people from other countries, okay, are being released from prison and coming over here, dangerous people, and coming over in our country, all right, and committing huge crimes. And I don't speak English. You don't speak English? Oh, really? Well, you're gonna speak English. Yeah, you speak English. You just don't want to. You just don't want to be. You know. You don't want to be held accountable for the crimes that you commit in my country. Okay, that's how that goes. Wow, and you can't identify these people. Okay, but you know what? We should have translators. Okay, translators translate it back and forth. Okay, hey, you speak Haiti? Well, I have a police officer that does speak Haiti, and he'll translate it back to me whatever you say. Oh no no no! Oh no no speak English. Oh sorry. Yeah. No Espanol. Yeah yeah. Oh no yeah sure. Some people can be dramatic. Okay, these people can be dramatic. And you know something? And I think the people, everybody's just fed up with these people already. Okay, I think they are already just fed up with them already because they always, they always. Oh, I don't speak English. And if you approach them, even if they shoplift, and if they shoplift and you approach them, then they're like, then they want to sue you. Oh, you put your hands on me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, get over that. Okay, get over that. I mean, this is not, you know, we don't get things free over here. So, I mean, I don't go grocery shopping and walk out with groceries and say, hey, okay, have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I have to pay cash at the register. So that's my message for the immigrants or the migrants that are out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay cash for your groceries. There's no freebies unless you get unless we're passing out samples. That's probably the only thing you get. Oh, these people are unreal, man. I'm telling you. I mean, they go down they go down the R&V, they go down the R&V, they get licensed for free and everything. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think I know James is watching too. So, hey James, I know you're watching. I'll bet you watch this. I'll make a bet. Watch. I'm gonna go watch it. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I knew he was watching. I said, I'm gonna go over there. Yeah, and and we get a lot of people. We get a lot of bad people over here too. I mean, we should not. We should know how the next chief of police, the police. police soon. Well, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, we are. We're gonna get another um another police chief soon. But James, thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, another police chief soon. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how he's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, technical banging and guns by buyback program would violate the Second Amendment. Yeah, it would. It would violate the Second Amendment. But see that. But you know something. Yeah, it would violate the Second Amendment. But see what happens is that puts police officers in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? You have a buyback program, no questions asked policy. Criminal, a guy, you're looking for a gun comes in that was involved with a murder. You're gonna bite your tongue. You can't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that puts them in a. They're like, wow, why am I wearing a uniform for if I have a gun here that was involved with a murder? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that goes through police officers' minds every single day. You know what I'm saying? You know, it does. You know what I'm saying? But they have to look for another alternative around that. You know what I'm saying? They have to because you put police officers in a spot. You know what I'm saying? That if they got in a gun buyback program, no questions asked, and they see a murder weapon coming in here, it's hard for them. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's very hard for them, and I'll tell you, that's why I never want. I mean, one point I wanted to be a police officer, but as soon as I started digging into things, and I'm like, gosh, being in the gun buyback program, and drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? See a murder weapon coming in here. Here I am. I got to keep my mouth shut because there's no questions asked policy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Haiti speaks French, but not Haitian level. But yeah, like saying Mexicans speak Mexican. Yeah, but but even Mexican people, you know what I'm saying? We got some old Mexican people that was already here and in this country way before. You know what I'm saying? But we also have some Mexican people. We have some bad Mexican people here that cause trouble. You know what I'm saying? That cause a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't know how to. They just don't know how to behave themselves. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So I mean, they just don't know how. They just don't know how. And it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, you're over here in the country. You know what I'm saying? You're here in the country, and this is what you do over here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you assault our you insult our child. You assault your little children and everything. I mean, how sick can you be? You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. That's why we need to catch and deport. That's what we need. Okay, deport these people because um, there's too much. There's too much going on here, and it's pretty sad. It is. It's pretty sad, but yeah, we and I just saw something earlier about immigrants coming over in England here. Let's see.
Four police chiefs in 1 year.
Huh?
We had 4 police chiefs in 1 year.
And the mayor killing in New Bedford stems from personal disputes. Wow, a lot of disputes in here. North Korea is holding a commission in the U.S. Navy ships hostage right now. So yeah, wow, this is like this is nuts. North Korea is holding a commission U.S. Navy ship hostage right now during the Vietnam War by the USS Polo. Anger 2 was seized by the enemy forces due to the United States' deep involvement in the conflict and the risk of escalating treason, something like that, or something like that. Tessons, was determined that the crew would need to manage situations independently for 11 months. They endure brutal treatments at the hands of their North Korean capture before emotionally being released and permitted to return home. Wow. When you just need more common sense immigration policies that makes it easier to green cards, asylum claims, giving more funding to the border control and install a maximum numbers of people at the border. So I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I mean, there was a border bill proposed by a Republican in Oklahoma, but Trump told them to not vote for it, since that would give Biden a political victory. Really? Let me see that. It was a border bill proposed by the Republicans in Oklahoma, but Trump told them to not vote for it, since that would give Biden political victory. Unreal. Oh my God. All this nonsense. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was done by a Republican, I mean, if it was done by a Republican, then I mean, I don't see why, but I mean, hey, I mean, he's uh, so, but the Banner class Ego ship by the FP 3444 FC 3444, originally commissioned by the U.S. Army in 1944, began here serving the U.S. Coast Guard in the April 1945. Throughout the active years of the ship was assigned to train in surveillance for Army service and responsibility. She fulfilled the consistently until she was documentations in 1954. Wow. More than decades later, that the ship is unwanted, extensive modifications, and was renamed the USS Pueblo AKL 44. She was proposed as a light cargo carrier, and a later future modification enabled it to serve as an environmental research platform under the Anger 2 designation. In this new capacity, the Pueblo mission included intelligence gathering for this Office of Naval Intelligence on ONI and the National Security Agency NSA. Wow, a lot of things going on here. They will not release our ship. North Korea, man. Oh, they have it hostage there. They will not release the ship. I mean, why are they doing this? They won't. They won't release the. By the 1967, the USS Polo has completed a shakedown training and was prepared for her to in, inquiry. Uh, but I mean, there's a lot here. They don't want to. They don't want to release. They don't want to release our ship. By you, the U. The boat, the ship. Oh my God! Now they have North Korea's got our ship hostage. This is unbelievable, man. What is wrong with these people, man? Crazy, crazy as a loon. You know. Oh my God. I mean, it is. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the U.S. and throughout this whole country. You know, um, I mean, it's if you look all over TikTok, it's all over TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Iran is Israel is going after. Well, Iran's going after Israel. They're fighting back, and yeah, it's a total mess. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. It's I think that it's again it's all about land. You know what I'm saying? It's all about land, and like I said, they've been doing this for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Even before when I was born. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So Iran is they just like to fight over everything. You know what I'm saying? So and so is Israel, and and well, I'm going to say that they're all nuts. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're all crazy. Sometimes I just I look at it. I'm like, oh my God, look at these people. You know what I'm saying? Israel, then Iran, and it's it's. But my thing is, I think. Uh, I mean, they people should be taking care of their own. You know what I'm saying? Their own people. Israel should be taking care of their own. You know what I'm saying? And never mind everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, if they get attacked, then I expect them to fight back. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but take care of your own. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your own borders. You know what I'm saying? And it's Iran should take care of their borders. The Pakistan, they should take care of their own borders. Everybody should take care of their own stuff instead of fighting all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you doing? Okay. I mean, how are you solving things by killing people and killing innocent children, innocent Christians, and everything else and stuff? So how are you solving things? Okay, you're not solving things by fighting. Okay, and hurting others. You know what I'm saying, and that's what's happening today. Okay, this war has been going on. Geez, since the since Hamas invaded Israel. You know what I'm saying, since Hamas invaded Israel, this war has been going on. You know what I'm saying, you know, and and now that quieted down. Now that quieted down. Then now Iran is over there causing um, the the argument. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta, but I mean, we do have Christians. We do have Christian families in Palestinians, Palestinians. We do have Christian families there, and we do have children there. You know what I'm saying? We do. We actually do. You know what I'm saying? And people, we shouldn't even be fighting. Okay, we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's make peace. You know what I'm saying? But with both countries. You know what I'm saying? Stop all this, because people people they're only people are only dying. Okay, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? People are only dying. And it's crazy. Especially over land. Over land. Are you kidding me? You know, Fight over land. I mean, if you're gonna fight over land, okay, all right. Well, this is the deal. Okay, hey, you want half of the land? I'll give you half of the land. Okay, you want to share a land? Well, I'll share with you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to buy the land, then I'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want half of the border, I'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? What is so hard about selling land? What is so hard about it? I don't see anything hard about it at all. I don't. I mean, you know, if I was the prime minister of Israel, I say, hey, look, you know something? Let's do this, okay? Yeah, I'll sell you half from. Do you want to go halves on the land? We go halves on the land. You know what I'm saying, so I mean, we go halves, okay? But if you want to buy it, then you're gonna have to pay me for it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and I'll sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? What's so hard about saying that? You know what I'm saying? there's there's nothing hard about saying I will sell you the land, or you can go halves with on the land with me. Okay? There's no, but I mean, fighting back and forth and attacking each other and invading people's space and going over there to Israel and getting hostages and bringing hostages over there and causing a whole big fiasco over land. That shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? Everyone should be helping each other. Everyone. But that's Hamas, and they put their people in harm's way too, Christian families in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? And then Israel too. You know what I'm saying? They fight back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, they're still doing it. Now you got the Iranians are involved with all this craziness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when one war starts, the other one starts, then the other one gets into it, then the other one gets into it. But I'm going to tell you, people out there, everyone out there, the United States is not getting involved with this. Okay, this is not our fight. Just to let you know that. Okay, just to let you know that this is not our fight. Okay, we stay out of it. Okay, we will supply weapons to Israel, and ammunition, but we will not get into it. We will pull out. Okay. We will supply, yes, but we're not getting into it because it's not our fight. Okay. And I was surprised of Russia. Honestly, Russia told Israel to get out of. I'm trying to think of that place. Well, I was surprised. Russia got into it. But anyways, I wasn't supposed to talk about this today. Okay, I wasn't. Okay, because I was supposed to talk about domestic violence today, and I did have a few things that I already talked about how we can get affordable housing. I'm saying, so I already talked about that. I got three things. Actually, I think it was four that I talked about. I'm saying, I'm not sure. But those are only the few things that I actually talked about. But actually, I want to get out of talking about Israel and the Palestinians and stuff, but Palestinians. I want to get out of talking about that, and I want to get to what I was just talking about before, because I seem to sidetrack a lot. You know what I'm saying? and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But 'cause sometimes I get stuck on, more of federal government than what I want to talk about. So yeah, I always do. I sidetrack, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But I also I also want to get back to what I was talking about before. So let's see. Can we? All right. Now, there's the other proposal. There is the other proposal that I have. How can we solve the homeless problem? Solving the homeless problem requires a comprehensive, multiple factors approach that addresses both immediate needs and underlining cause. Here are several strategies that could be part of a solution. One, affordable housing. Increasing the supplies of affordable housing is critical. This includes building new units, converting vacant buildings, and offering retail assistance to prevent evictions. Supportive housing, providing housings that included access and social service such as mental health care, substance abuse treatments, and job training can help individuals transition from homeless to stay stably sta- sta- stably something stably. They just mix up these words. And three, mental health and addiction services. May people experience homelessness, struggling with mental health illnesses or addiction, expanding access to affordable, high quality treatment can address some or the roots cause of homeless. Four, employment opportunities, creating job programs, training, the intervention, and and a partnership that caters to the homeless population can help them again stable employment and self sufficiency. Five, homeless prevention programs provide financial assistance, legal aid, and medication to prevent evictions can reduce the numbers of people becoming homeless in the first place. Six, coordination services, ensuring that social service, housing, and healthcare provided works together can create a more effective support system. Seven, community involvement, mobilizing local communities, including businesses, nonprofit, and faith-based organizations, can create a stronger safety and net for individuals at risk or ex- experiencing homeless. Eight, address systemic issues. Long-term solutions must address systemic problems such as income inequalities and links of access to healthcare and housing discrimination, which all contribute to homeless. So, focusing and creating affordable housing and providing social services alongside preventive measures, and it's often seen as one of the most effective combination to any of these solutions laying with your ideas. Well, I mean, they do. I mean, they do lang with my ideas. So these are my ideas, okay? That that I research and come up with. So uh, and and I'm going to I'm going to use some of these ideas. Okay, I'm just basically researching ideas and and coming up to them. So I'm going to use some of them, not all of them, but I'll use some of them ideas. So and it's I got some intensive great ideas. You know what I'm saying, and doing my research really helps me a lot. You know what I'm saying, to identify certain areas, like certain things. You know what I'm saying, um, it's like yeah, when I do my research again, it helps me identify certain things. You know what I'm saying? It helps me to identify it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do now all the time. Because when I go and do when I do a when I go and do talks about affordable housing, people are gonna ask me. They're gonna say they'll say, how are you going to create how do you gonna get do affordable housing? How are you going to reduce, how you going to reduce the rent? How you going to lower the rents? You know what I'm saying? And and I'll already have it in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I mean, it's all about doing your research. You know what I'm saying? I think yes, it does. So when, but it's almost 7:30, 27:26, and I'm gonna go and probably have something to eat pretty soon, and and I'll probably come on tomorrow. But I'm gonna still do some of my research, and I'm gonna pick what I'm gonna actually pick what I'm gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to affordable housing, you know what I'm saying? And because we do need to. Oh, and one more thing, when it comes to homeowners. You know what I'm saying? When they homeowners. Let's see here. Let me see here. Homeowners insurance. All right. I have a possibility here. Okay. Lowering the cost of homeowners insurance can be achieved through the several strategies. So I got several strategies here. Okay. One, increase deductibles. Oh, opting for a higher deductible can reduce the monthly premiums, but you will need to cover more out of pocket costs in the events of claims. Two, bundles insurance policies. Many insurance offer discounts. If you bundle a homeowner insurance, which auto life or others insurance policies. Three, home improvement installation safely. Features like smoke detectors, burglar alarms, or updating plumbing and electrical systems can lower the risk for the insurance company lending to lower the premiums. 4. Shop around the rates. Compare quotes from different insurance law you to find the most comprehensive rates for your coverage needs. 5. Maintain good credit scores. In some states, issue a company for factors in credit scores when determine the premiums and higher credit scores can result. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, um, it's it's. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, with smoke detectors and things like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. you know, um, let's see here. So anyway, that's it for now. And I know James was watching. There was, yeah. I mean, let me see. Need more comments. Yeah, well, when just needed more common sense, immigration policies make it easier obtaining green cards. But no, I take all his comments to. I take his I I I read all his. I read all the comments that come through here, and it's. I mean, hey, people have the right to their own opinions, and so yeah, people have the rights to their own opinions, and there it is, right there. Look at that, huh? See that? But but we got too many people coming into this country, and I read something before I go. I did read something on immigration, but I just seem to can't find it. Oh no, I did read something. Should have just taken a picture of it. Ugh. Man broke into wife's house home, fatally beat her in the head with a hammer, and she lied in bed. Jesus, man, these people are stupid. Let's see what this is about. A Massachusetts man was convicted on Friday of breaking into an East Strange wife's home and fatally beating her in the head with a hammer. Michael Cook Sr., 47, scheduled for sentencing to take place Thursday at the state local report out of Berkshire County, charged with second degree murder, armed and assault with intent to murder, assault with intent to murder, assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon, accusing causing serious bodily injury, and assault on a family of a household member, according to Massachusetts Live. Charles Cook is 41, entitled services with a traumatic brain injury and a dead 5 months later. More law crimes convicted husbands who whisper widespread of the wife ear where before murdering the mom, and 5 during family Bible studies at the sister's home, and divorce papers sat in a car and is locked up for decades. While today the guilty verdict cannot bring Charles back to her friend and families, but I am pleased with the jury decision. Charles is no along with her friends and family deserves justice, and today that the justice has been served. Berkshire County District Attorney Timothy Shavers said, according to Springfield NBC, NCW affiliated with WWLP. Wow. Charles Cook had worked as a certificate nursing assistant at the nursing home, but the authorities reportedly saying that on January 11th, Michael Cook broke into the home in the city of North Adam and struck her in the back of the head with a hammer as she laid in bed. Testimony at trial established him into possessive of his wife, according to the Brookshire Eagles. Oof. Wow, Jesus Christ, man, was this guy nuts? You know what I mean? Wow, whacked his wife in the head with a hammer. Wow, man, these people are crazy, man. I'm telling you. I mean, and end up killing her. You know, that's not the way to go. Let's see what else is here. Vietnam vet gives Trump a Purple Heart. Couldn't think anybody more than deserving. Wow. A man stabbed to death in New Bedford. Lynn man faces murder charges. What is the polls are really saying? Representative Stephen Howick denounced Governor Healy moved to black temporary suspension of a new Justice's black Alabama pastor arrested for ordering his neighbor flowers, or just ordering his neighbor. Let me see. Arrested for watering his neighbor's flowers while they were on vacation. Oh my God! Arrest a pastor because he was watering the neighbor's flowers. What a bunch of idiots, man! That poor guy. Let me see. Just watering his neighbor's flowers, and they arrested him. A man accused of breaking into ex-girlfriend's home, pointing a gun, and arrested. 1 year from October 7th, fear of no end game. The Miltons ahead towards Florida for the weekend rundown. Fall River, forever pause. Palm has had a hard life, but thinking are difficulties looking up for his fantastic dog. People, they're gonna adopt him. 2-bedroom senior apartments changing almost no rent in Fall River. How much does this average Social Security check looks like when you leave at 60? Leave at 62, 67, and 70. Working miracles of a man thankful for treatment of receiving Dan Faber as Jimmy Fun walk returns. Spear by his own story, Haiti-born chief serves up a burger specialist for city homeless. Good. Wow. Israel is ramping up strike in Lebanon. Oh my God. Lebanon. Oh my God. Israel's ramping up strikes in Lebanon. Oh my God. Come on, Israel, man. Quit, for crying out loud. Quit slugging of rain is coming to New England tonight. Protesters, prostate cancer survivor needs for studies. The election of 2024 question 4 ask if buying a growing physical chest should be legal. I don't know, something like that. Kim Kardashian demanded release of the Money's brothers after nearly 35 years since being jailed for their the Kardashians. I used to watch them, the Kardashians. They actually pretty. They Kardashians are actually pretty good. Doctor, please. Trump paused rally for several minutes for the medical emergency. Hey, did you know that Trump went down to California, man? Not actually North Carolina, and brought some stuff down there. He did. He went down there and he brought some stuff down there in North Carolina. Okay, and he did it with his own money, and I was like, wow, you know, because Kamala Harris, Joe didn't go down there. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't worried about going down there, North Carolina. So North Carolina, Trump went down there, and he spent his money. He spent his own money. I'm just saying, he just spent his own money to help the people in that hurricane down at North Carolina. That was I saw that. I saw that, and that was like awesome. Okay, for that to happen. He spent his money, and that was, and and I'm not saying it to be wise. I'm saying it because it's true. He spent his own money down in North Carolina to help them, the hurricane people down there, because they were struggling. They had no water, they had nothing down there, and we had they had all the electricity trucks line up to go to North Carolina to help them down there to restore the electricity down there. Oh yeah, it was so bad down there in North Carolina. The first look, oh my God, it was so bad down there. It was, and it is. It's so it was so bad down there, and and somebody had to go down there and do something. And Trump went down there and and help and used his own money to help them. But I'm just saying, as a fraud scandal erupts in Minnesota on Governor Tim Walz was watching accountability in his short supplies. Disturbing unlawful practice uncovers at the Mass Convention Center. Authorities in a Kana. Oof. Top stories at St. Anne's Hospital sales, and finally gun 5K run on a Westport deli closed. Yeah. St. Anne's one puppy searching for love after serving a Hurricane Helen. Jelly roll. Oh my God. The Iranian government is shutting the debt to America. Oh my God. Keep on, yeah. Yeah, the Iranian government is shouting debt to America. Yeah, yeah, that is sad what they're doing. Massachusetts ballots question guides what to know about the history of potential impact in each item. Yeah. The 2025 Social Security cost of living adjustment could almost officially, and it could reveal surprising. Massachusetts DEP is how to deal with fruit flies infestations. I want to know how to deal. I want to know how to deal with that fruit flies. Massachusetts departments and how to deal with fruit flies invasion. I do the recall experiencing fruit flies inflation like the one that takes shop inside by the apartment store recent days, but little bungers to keep on coming. The little buggers keep on coming. It turns out we are not alone. I have heard from other turns out not alone. I have heard from other through social media that they have been stung by fruit flies in May, September, but I joke when I cousin Nancy posted on Facebook that she needed suggestions, but for deleting the little critter. Okay, peeps, need to help. Post Nancy, fruit flies. I have taken over my kitchen. Nancy said she tried to everything she could to get rid of her kitchen of the pest, but to no available. Nancy, please generate nearly 60 response. Many from these also wagon war against fruit flies. Some office suggestions ranging from bug lights and liquid conditions to countertops. Ooh, why not? Well, that's why, because when you have bananas out there, you got fruit flies. Okay, you can't keep bananas for that long. But what I suggest people to do is when you get bananas, take aluminum foil, wrap them up, and that way the fruit flies don't get in there into them. That's my suggestion. So I mean, but that is my suggestion. So let's see. No friend request again. All right. Well, I mean, sometimes people like my show, and I mean, I had a 17-year-old kid come up to me today in Market Basket. He says, he says, I like your hat, and I said, thank you. And then we are having conversation, you know, about guns. You know what I'm saying? About the gun buyback program, and you know something, and he agreed with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you take 15,000 guns off the street, right? You take 15,000 guns off the street, and you probably got double that on the street after. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, is it good to take them off the street? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is it good to give $200 gift cards out? No, because you want to know why? Because it comes out of the taxpayers' money. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, when you're giving gift cards out, it comes out of us. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even so, you know what I'm saying? But police officers have got a police officers got so much. Okay, they do. They have so much on their plate. You know what I'm saying? Where that I mean, it's do or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a gun come in, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to bite your tongue because it's a no questions asked policy. You know what I'm saying? But they need to actually fix that policy. You know what I'm saying? Because um, that gun that gun if that gun was in a murder, or if that gun was in a robbery, and you had the suspect right in front of you, and there's a no question asked policy, it's like, what in the world you do? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said police officers are in a bind because of that. That policy should change. We should change that policy, that no questions asked policy, because we should keep it where that okay, uh, a no questions asked policy. But if you see a gun that we're looking for, you let us know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you see a gun that you're looking for, you'll and if the suspect comes over here and tries to turn the gun in, you tell us right away. You know what I'm saying? There should be some kind of similar to that policy because I mean you can't, I mean it's like you're like, the guy's right in front of me, and this is the gun that we're looking for, but I cannot do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a no question policy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, police officers, their backs are always to the wall. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And we have to give them some room. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for them. But we have to come up with a different approach with this no question asked policy because it's not working. If you're looking for a gun and it shows up, and it shows up on a no question asked, and when you're passing out $200 gift card and the guy's right in front of you handing you the weapon, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how is that working? You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? So that policy needs to be changed to something else, and I'll figure it out. It's ridiculous. Take 15,000 guns off the street, and then you probably got double that on the street. You know what I'm saying? So how are you putting a dent in getting guns off the street with that no question asked policy? And how is that working? It's not working. You know what I'm saying? uh, well, I gotta get going. So this is the David Mead show. I'm sorry. This is Fall River Media, and I'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying, and I'll broadcast. But what I'm going to do is, before I come on, I'm going to research some things, and I'm going to have some better things to talk about tomorrow. So. Besides talking about guns and all this other stuff, all this other things. So, okay. So I want everybody to thank you for coming back on again. Thank you for coming on. And hey, um, and what you said about violating the Second Amendment, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying, and cops have their backs to the wall. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they're stuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually hard for them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we have to come up with another strategy, okay, with this gun buyback program policy. So we can probably use the same method of the gun buyback policy, no questions asked, but we have to put a but in front of it and say, if you see a gun that we're looking for that was involved with a murder or a bank robbery, we we want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there should be something in front of that. You know what I'm saying? Because gun buyback policies, I mean, and police officers that got their backs to the wall and they see a weapon coming in like that and they can't do nothing about it and they question themselves and say, why did I become a police officer for? Why did I put this uniform on? And I can't do nothing about it because of this policy. So there needs to be something in front of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, but anyways, thank you, James, for coming on, and thank you for all your suggestions and everything that you put up here. So you got like one, two, three, four, five, six. So thank you, appreciate it. So you have a great night, James, and I will see you at work tomorrow. And so and great job on what you're doing too. So I just want to let you know that. So this is Dave Mead Show. Signing out. Bye. Thank God the show's over.